Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your boy Mike coming at y'all, man. Week 10 as we prepare to take on the Buffalo Bills, man. 1 week after being embarrassed by the Carolina Panthers. And don't let the scoreline fool you, 41-34. That game was never in doubt for the Panthers. And even on top of that, we allowed Jonathan Mingo to look like a prime Calvin Johnson. And the job is not going to get any easier as we host the Bills, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and of course, Bryce Young is no Josh Allen. So that'll be a whole nother challenge unto itself. Now, I do just want to preface this early. For some reason, while I was recording for this video, there is a chunk in the second quarter that I just was unable to find. I went through the Xbox files, went in to see if there was any way I could recover it. There was just nothing I could do. It was lost. So I apologize for that. There is going to be a somewhat awkward cut in the second quarter. But let's take a look at some guys, man. Kaiir Elam, their number 3 cornerback, young cornerback, he is out this week with an ACL sprain, which means we'll have one less defender to worry about. But Stephon Diggs, man, as we said before, one of the best receivers in the NFL, now in his 10th year, 5th rounder out of Maryland, if you remember, man, for the Vikings. And he's excellent. You know, after the way that we dealt with, or rather did not deal with, the Panthers receivers, you know, Diggs is going to put it into a whole different perspective if we're not able to quiet him down. And defensively, one of the young leaders in this group, Greg Rousseau, who's just continued to get better and better, 4th year now out of Miami. And as you see, he has pretty good speed off the edge. And at 89 power moves, 82 block shed, has the ability to seal the edge and also get after the quarterback. And he'll be looking to do just that as he lines up opposite of the longtime veteran Von Miller. Christian Benford. With the injury to Kaiir Elam, it will be Benford who steps in and takes that role in the slot. 3rd-year pro out of Villanova, 6'1", so he has good size. But at 88 speed, you know, not the shiftiest or not the speediest. Man coverage is only a 67, and, you know, we know that Rondale Moore typically works out of the slot. So that'll be an interesting matchup. Rondale Moore, of course, has a lot of speed on him. And, you know, with his development up to this point, you'd like to think he'd be able to take advantage of a favorable matchup. As we're going to get into a couple of upgrades here, Rashad Bateman now officially up to an 85, which means he is going to get another ability slot. Love to see that for him, man. He's really been doing his thing. And we're going to go ahead. We're hoping to give him grab and go, but, you know, not quite up to that level just yet. Slot-o-matic will be nice if he worked out of the slot, you know, more often than not, but he does not. So we are going to go ahead and just keep outside apprentice, give him an ability to get a couple more different routes for Glenn Roberts there pre-snap. Andrew Stinson now getting another upgrade up to an 82. He's done all right this season. Haven't been overly impressed. But, you know, again, rookie growing pains, just something to expect. And, you know, stepping in and asking him to kind of be the second best corner on the team from such a young age, you know, can be difficult. As you see Glenn Roberts there, just a horrible game against the Panthers, all things considered. And you want to talk about the ups and downs, man. We've seen the highest of highs from his game, and we've also seen why he was drafted where he was and why he was given a 2nd to 3rd round, you know, talent evaluation during the process. As we take a look at Rashad Bateman, 17 touchdowns, 54 catches, over 1,300 yards, one of the best receivers in the league. We're glad to have him on our team. And, man, I don't even want to think about what this offense might look like for an extended stretch of time without Rashad Bateman. Luckily, he is lining up on our side as our guys are going to go ahead and come out. Glenn Roberts trying to hype up the crowd as he leads the guys out onto the field. You see Josh Allen there doing a little something with his guys. As you see him and Dawson Knox getting a nice little handshake in there. Head coach Mike White, man, trying to bounce back. Again, it's been an up and down season, not just all on the feet of Glenn Roberts. This team last year at this point was 6-3. So it's just a 1-game difference. But, with the improvements made in the offseason, we expected a little bit better. But with all that said, let's go ahead and meet this Bills team. Josh Allen leading the way at quarterback. James Cook and Nyheim Hines going to be the top 2 backs out of the backfield. Reggie Gilliam at fullback. At receiver, you got Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. And then also Deontay Hardy, small veteran, finding a role, and then Austin Smith, the 6'8 rookie. Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid, who I see now was who Josh Allen was doing that handshake with. Deion Dawkins, Connor McGovern, Ryan Bates, second-year man Osiris Torrance, and the rookie Ramon Baxter at right tackle. Greg Rousseau and Von Miller going to be that duo off the edge. Ed Oliver and Javon Kinlaw going to get the majority of those reps up the middle. Chad Muma and Matt Milano going to be those top 2 linebackers. Tre'Davious White, Taron Johnson, and of course, as we mentioned, Christian Benford holding down that slot role. At free safety, Micah Hyde. Strong safety, you got Jordan Poyer, very veteran, very good safety duo with Tyler Bass and Sam Martin as the kicker and punter. And without further ado, let's kick things off here. Tommy Townsend boots it into the back of the end zone, and it is downed. And the Bills offense will get working at the 25-yard line. Here's Josh Allen leading those guys out on the season. 1,607 yards, 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And this defense will have to do all it can to slow him down if they hope to break out of this mini funk that they've been in. I know it was just 1 game, but when you have a team that you expected to beat that really just does that kind of thing to you, it can be demoralizing, as Gabe Davis opened in the game with a 5-yard strike from Josh Allen. Now here we are, 2nd and 5. Got both tight ends on the field. Josh Allen going to connect there with Dawson Knox, hit by Lewis Seen, but right after the first down marker, they're going to have a fresh set of downs here at the 36-yard line. Now it looks like a very similar formation, going to have one receiver on each side this time. Going to give the stretch to James Cook. BJ Ojulari is all over it, breaks through the line immediately to drop Cook for a loss of 3. Now transitioning back with 2 receivers right side, they're going to give the stretch to James Cook again. And Cook not going to be able to get caught there by Wilhelm. Jalen Thompson fortunately able to bring him down, but Osiris Torrance injured on the play. And unfortunately for him, he would not return to this ball game. Backup right guard time for the Buffalo Bills. Now here we are on 2nd and 11 after a loss of 1 on first down. And Josh Allen this time going to find Deontay Hardy down to the 7-yard line. Buffalo now in the red zone. And they've been moving, man. Josh Allen calling out, making sure his team knows what's going on. Going to hike the ball, get it out to the left side. That's Dalton Kincaid. And Josh Allen quickly 5 for 5. Now 2nd and 1 for this offense. As you see, a 5-wide formation. Zaven Collins there. Lewis Seen needed to get his head around. Dawson Knox gives a mean stiff arm to Jalen Johnson, and he is into the end zone. Oh, man, look at him walking it out, man. Good drive there from this Buffalo offense. Josh Allen went perfect through the air on it. And as you see, man, Lewis Seen, if he just turns his head around, he could have at the very least disrupted that pass. Doesn't, and instead forces Jalen Thompson to get a mean stiff arm by the big tight end. And Buffalo strikes first, up 7-0 now, with Glenn Roberts in this offense getting ready to head out onto the field. Glenn Roberts, 2,657 yards, 26 touchdowns, but 17 interceptions. Trying to recreate Jameis's famous 30 for 30 season, it would seem. But first things first, they're going to have a 2 tight end set, 2 receivers to the left side, Ty Davis Price in the game, and they're going to hand it off to him on their first play from scrimmage. Nowhere to go there. He's going to be dropped after a gain of just 1. Now here we are, 2nd and 9. Look at that ferocious Bills defense, man. Roberts airing it out for Rashad Bateman, and it never had a chance. Glenn Roberts sails the ball right into the hands of Jordan Poyer. And when you have a veteran with such instinct, such just knowledge of the game, they're not going to allow you to get anything cheap like that. Very off-target throw from Glenn Roberts. And the linebacker Milano was doing a great job of staying step for step with Rashad Bateman. Doesn't matter. Turnover for the Cardinals, and Buffalo's offense back out to work as Stephon Diggs now going to get his first pass of the game. He went 6 for 76 a week ago. And if we could hold him to 6 for 76, I think we'd be very happy about that. 8 yards now here for Stephon Diggs. 2nd and 2. Josh Allen lining up under center. The fake to James Cook being chased outside. Jukes out Ojulari, the rookie. Juan Drummond there to fortunately bring him down. But he does pick up that first down. And once again, this Buffalo offense trying to assert themselves early. James Cook gets it left side. Jalen Thompson not going to be able to get there. Lewis Seen not able to get there. James Cook finally brought down at the 1 yard line. Man, what a run there from James Cook. Great blocking development. And it's going to be a 1st and goal now for Buffalo. They're going to give it to Cook again, going right side, nowhere to go. And now Ryan Bates is injured for Buffalo. After already losing Osiris Torrance, this is not great for the interior of that offensive line. 2nd and goal. They're going to hand off up the middle, James Cook, and no center, no right guard, no problem, as James Cook gives a mean stiff arm to Lewis Seen as he celebrates in the end zone. And Buffalo showing their dominance early, as we mentioned, already 2 touchdowns here in the opening frame, and very little resistance by this Cardinals defense up to this point. Gotta do a little bit better, man, on both sides, because with a team like this, they can score a lot and in a hurry. Glenn Roberts in this offense back out onto the field. Just 1 yard of offense so far and already down 14 points. Roberts making some adjustments at the line. He's going to fake it to Ty Davis-Price. Roberts scrambling out, looking for somewhere to go. Von Miller closing in, and he will, or Ed Oliver rather, and he will elect to just throw this one away rather than trying to force a pass. Now 2nd and 10. Roberts looking, trying to find Rashad Bateman in double coverage, and it looked like he had it. The second defender getting in, knocking the ball away, means it'll be a 3rd and 10 for Arizona, who's still, up to this point, just 1 total yard of offense. And now here's Roberts looking, firing, looking for Rondale Moore, and he's off target once again. Roberts 0 for 4 with an interception to start this ball game, and Buffalo's offense back out onto the field once again as Josh Allen going to connect on the run with Stephon Diggs down to the 43-yard line, gain of 16. Allen now 8 for 8, 74 yards and a touchdown, as they're going to go back to that 2 tight end look, that stretch play that's been working so effectively so far, and it works once again here. 6 yards there, and James Cook, 57 first quarter rushing yards along with a touchdown, getting anywhere he wants. No Ryan Bates, no problem, but not this time, as he's dropped for a loss of 3. Multiple Cardinals defenders in there. Cam Wilhelm leading the pack. Now 3rd and 7. Got 2 receivers each side. Nyheim Hines checked into the backfield. And Josh Allen going to be off target there, looking for Gabe Davis, which means the first punt of the game forced by Arizona, and they'll have the ball back. Got to get something going on this drive. Roberts going to go up the seam to Trey McBride. Good tight window throw. Hits him. Going to hurry his team up back to the line of scrimmage. Likes their advantage offensively versus the current defense. Roberts going to fake the handoff and keep it himself. Roberts going to try to put a move there on Jordan Poyer. Doesn't work out, but he does get a gain of 6. And now they're on Buffalo's side of the field for the first time here in this one, as Roberts this time going to hand off to Davis-Price, and he's met immediately by Matt Milano. Nowhere to go. Going to be a 3rd and 6 with time winding down here in the first. Roberts going to roll out. Going to look for McBride again. Von Miller was there covering Ty Davis-Price. Fortunately, not able to get his head around quickly enough. And with a fresh set of downs on the horizon thanks to Trey McBride. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter as Buffalo has dominated every aspect of the game up to this point. 13 plays to 9, and they're already over 125 yards of total offense, while Arizona is just looking to get their first points on the board. Going to hand off this time to Antonio Gibson, and Gibson, not much room for him to work there either. Gain of 1. Now you got 2 tight ends, 2 receivers. Davis Price checked back into the game, and they are going to give it to him on the stretch. Again, nowhere to go. This Buffalo defense has been suffocating. They're absolutely everywhere. 3rd and 11. Roberts pump fakes, looking for Chase Claypool, and Milano again there to disrupt. Arizona would settle for a field goal, and it would be an 11-point game as we head into the second quarter, or as we head into the next possession of the second quarter, rather, as there he is, Dalton Kincaid along the sideline, 2nd and 5. And on 2nd and 5, Josh Allen going to be lined up under center. And he's going to look short there for Stephon Diggs, who holds on to it once again. And now here is where everything happened. You all, once again, I do apologize. Tried to do everything I could to get that footage back. It just was not available to me as Josh Allen overthrows Stephon Diggs there. Now a 3rd and 10. I will just say, though, of course, as you see, Buffalo did score again, and they got the ball back on that next possession. Or not the next possession, but a couple possessions later, thanks to another Glenn Roberts interception. So as you see, 21-6 now, time winding down in the second quarter. Arizona hoping to keep Buffalo off the scoreboard. Josh Allen rolling out right, trying to get some people in pursuit there. Cam Thomas and Lewis Seen combined to bring him down there, and they'll use their second timeout now of the half. And with 37 seconds remaining, you're going to have a bunch formation to the left-hand side. And Josh Allen going to hit Deontay Hardy, who's hit hard by Lewis Seen, but he holds on to it. Great catch there by the small receiver Hardy, and he's going to look for Hardy again, not able to find him that time. And that will do it for us here in the first half. A 24-6, sorry, after the field goal, just beat down of this Cardinals team, and all that goodwill from the end of the Panthers game has not carried over up to this point. But let's take a look around the league at some games going on this week. You see Green Bay and Minnesota in an NFC North clash. Green Bay comes out on top, getting the 3-point win. San Francisco continues their winning ways, 24-17 over the Miami Dolphins. Seattle losing in Atlanta by 10, 38-28, and what looked like a very exciting game there, with the Rams winning a low-scoring affair against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 10-8. Looks like only 2 touchdowns scored in that game. And then another North clash, this time in the AFC, Cincinnati getting the 3-point victory over the Cleveland Browns. A lot of tight ball games here in this week's window, man. And if Arizona hopes to be one of those teams that either keeps it close or wins close, they're going to have to do a lot of soul searching at the half, but they will get the ball out of the break, hoping to go ahead and change the trajectory of this game, and a touchdown could do just that. As here we go, time for half number 2. Glenn Roberts looking to make up for what was a brutal first half. Arizona just 93 offensive yards, and his first pass out of the break going to be overshot to Chase Claypool. Roberts still just 4 completions on the game. Now 2nd and 10, gonna motion Antonio Gibson out into the slot, and he's gonna hit him quickly, and they're gonna mark him short. That is an interesting spot there from the referees. Arizona electing not to challenge it. Instead, they're going to bring Trey McBride across the formation, and they're going to hand it off to Ty Davis Price to pick up that 1 yard. And instead of that, he actually loses a yard, and he's just 12 yards on 5 carries. and maybe a very risky decision with the way that things have been going for this offense, but they will elect to go for it on 4th and 2, and Antonio Gibson going to break a tackle, going to make a move. Antonio Gibson with Tre'Davious White in pursuit makes another move. There's Ed Oliver coming onto the screen, and he does track him down. Antonio Gibson just ran out of steam at the end of that run, gets it down to the 6-yard line, and that is exactly what this offense needed. A big play there from the backup running back, Antonio Gibson, showing off the shiftiness, the elusiveness, the nimbleness that made us want to bring him into the building in the offseason. And what a run there from Antonio Gibson. Sets up this offense with 1st and goal to go from the 6-yard line, and with a touchdown very much needed. And they'll hand off to Davis Price, trying to punch it in. Davis Price, again, nowhere to go. Just a gain of 2 down to the 4-yard line. Now, 2nd and goal. Bunch formation on the right side. Gibson back into the game. Roberts looking around. Scrambles. There's nowhere to go, and he does get the ball away out of bounds. Had multiple Bills defenders breathing down his neck, but he gets it away. Roberts now, again, barely able to get the pass away. And just like that, what looked like a promising 1st and goal ends up in just 3 points. And it remains now a 15-point ball game with the Bills offense back onto the field, starting with a trips formation on the left-hand side and Nyheim Hines. And pass knocked away there by Jaron Kearse. Great job, great awareness from him. Connor McGovern now also going to be injured. That's all 3 interior linemen for Buffalo going down here, as here's Nyheim Hines getting the go left side. He has plenty of space down the sideline. Jalen Johnson able to finally bring him down. And it looked like he didn't want to lose that battle of the backup running backs. He takes it down to the 29-yard line of Arizona. And man, nothing more you can ask for than a 46-yard outburst from your change of pace back. Luckily, Jalen Johnson was there. And after nothing going on 1st down, it'll be a 2nd and 10 in the I formation. Josh Allen setting things up, gonna fake the handoff, and he is going to be sacked. That's Cameron Thomas, who continues to improve upon what was already a very good second season, and now in year 3, he's inching closer to the numbers that he had last year. 3rd and 18, Josh Allen gonna get the tight end screen there to Dawson Knox, only gonna get a gain of about 2, and Buffalo would elect to go ahead and kick that field goal as well to push the lead back to a 3-score game. And now here we are. Arizona got to make it happen, man, here. If you really want to get back into this one, Trey McBride collects that one for a gain of 9 down to the 34-yard line. Jordan Poyer in on the tackle on 2nd and 1. Roberts, play action, going to look for McBride again. Jordan Poyer in coverage, not able to make it happen. A gain of 31 for Trey McBride, who in this game has seemingly been Roberts' favorite target. That's his 4th catch now, up to 79 yards, and he has by far the lump sum of Roberts' passing yards so far. And now here we are. Nothing going on 1st down. So 2nd and 10, they're going to give it to Ty Davis Price again, trying to fight up the middle. Gain of 5. His best run of the day, as funny as that sounds. And now here we are, 3rd and 5, 30-yard line. Trips to the left. Quick pass out to Chase Claypool. He's able to corral that one, and they're going to hurry things up. Bills elect to bring a safety down once again. Roberts going to hand off left side, Ty Davis Price, and just no types of running room for Davis Price this entire game. 19 yards on 8 carries. They're going to keep him in the game, but on 2nd and 9, quickly out to the right side for Trey McBride. Poyer again there on the tight coverage. 3rd and 7. And again, man, you don't want to keep settling for field goals. It's not going to work against a team like Buffalo. Roberts airing it out to McBride, and you don't even have to worry about a field goal this time around. That's Christian Benford, the fill-in for Kyer Elam, making things happen, intercepting Glenn Roberts. tracked down, but not before he gets down to the 36-yard line of Arizona. Glenn Roberts, man, you had a drag route developing underneath with McBride getting, just a little bit more depth to his route, but Roberts not letting the play develop as it was intended and instead throws it right into the hands of a Bills defender. And now Buffalo going to look to try to extend this lead as Josh Allen finds Gabe Davis down to the 14-yard line, and Arizona's defense just no answers up to this point for what Buffalo has done. James Cook going to go ahead and get the give going left side, 41 seconds left in the game, but after first down, just a gain of 4, they're going to hand off to Cook once again. Lewis Seen thankfully able to drop him at the 6-yard line, and that's going to do it for the third quarter here. 27-9. Arizona still yet to find the end zone in this game, and Buffalo's just toying with them at this point. First play out of the end of the third quarter, Josh Allen under center. He's going to drop back and quickly left side finds Stephon Diggs, who walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo Bills. And if I didn't know any better, I wouldn't know whose home game it was. Arizona just not performing up to the standard that head coach Mike White had set after his first year. Lots of mistakes, lots of miscues, and just a lot of things not going the way that they need to go for this Arizona team, who looks like they're well on their way to a second straight loss and dropping down to 500 once again. And as you see, Josh Dobbs strolling onto the field after that last interception, Roberts' third of the game. The coaching staff had seen enough. They're giving Josh Dobbs the rest of this game. His first pass to Gibson wide to his left. And, I know Glenn Roberts is a rookie and you want to go through these growing pains, but there's a level of expectation, a standard that has been set for this team. And with multiple weeks not knowing what you're going to get from Glenn Roberts and then seeing what he's done in this game, the coaching staff decided to save him from himself. A performance like this can cost a rookie their confidence, forever. And, as Micah Hyde now getting in on the interception shenanigans, got to save him from himself. He's not having a good game. He's not seeing his receivers. He's not getting the ball in the spots that they need to get to. And Buffalo is just having a field day, frankly, against someone who clearly is still not processing at the level needed to succeed at this level. So for the rest of this game, it's going to be the Josh Dobbs show. But after that interception, Buffalo's offense is going to take over once again. Hand off to James Cook, Zaven Collins there to drop him for a loss of 1. Now 2nd and 11. You see Arizona's defense getting in tight. Josh Allen going to take the snap from under center, going to find Gabe Davis quickly on the slant. And as you see, man, this Cardinals defense has allowed the most points in the NFL, and that has not changed today. 34 on the board for Buffalo, and they're driving here on 3rd and 3. Fake Josh Allen looking, that Stephon Diggs, Greedy Williams able to knock it out. One of the few positive defensive plays this Cardinals defense has done all game, and it will be a 28-point game after that pass breakup as Buffalo settles for 3. Antonio Gibson going left side, gain of 9. And Gibson truly has been, him and McBride, the only bright spots of this offense in this game. But it hasn't meant much as, we see there's just 9 points on the board, 3 field goals, multiple chances to score in deep Buffalo territory, and they just have not been able to take those chances as Josh Dobbs going to connect there with Trey McBride for a gain of 9. Matt Milano has just been everywhere. 3rd and 1 now. Dobbs getting the 5 wide formation. He's going to look short to Rashad Bateman, and he misses him. Now on 4th and 1, going to have 3 receivers to the right side. Rashad Bateman alone on the left. Ty Davis-Price gets the fake to him. Dobbs trying to roll out to the right, looking to get across that first down marker with Von Miller in pursuit, and he does. Fresh set of downs now for Arizona. Just playing for pride at this point. Dobbs looking right, left side. Rondale Moore double covered. Nowhere to go with the football. Not quite able to get it into a space where only Rondale could catch it. 2nd and 10 now. Dobbs looking, scanning left side. Rashad Bateman tried to give him a chance, but no bueno. Taron Johnson, man, just there to ruin things. And 3rd and 10, Dobbs rolling out quickly to his right, tries to find Ty Davis-Price and misses him again. Josh Dobbs seemingly not performing any better, being forced into action, and he's going to look for Rashad Bateman on 4th and 10. Nowhere to go. Just a complete laugher of an offensive performance for this Cardinals offense. James Cook going to get it. B.J. Ojolari there to stop him for a loss of 2. And, they've rallied or reined in the running game since that first quarter. But if you're going to rein in the running game, you still can't allow the offense to just score at will, to complete passes at will, to convert 3rd downs and get 1st downs at will. Now 3rd and 7 in Arizona territory. Josh Allen going to look up the seam. It's Dalton Kincaid. Kincaid breaks the tackle of Jalen Johnson, and he's into the end zone, just continuing to pile it on. Touchdown, Buffalo Bills. And now it's going to be a 44-9 ball game. Josh Allen had a lot of time in the pocket, just not able to cover Kincaid long enough. Josh Allen is the type to pull the trigger on those kinds of things. And Arizona's offense coming out onto the field once again, clearly demoralized, clearly just not feeling like themselves today. Ty Davis-Price only 25 yards so far in this game. And, when you go down 14-0 after just 2 offensive plays, it's really difficult to keep that running game going. But they're going to try again here as Davis-Price going to get the stretch play going right. He's trying to get outside, does manage to get across that 1st down line, but DJ Humphries is going to leave the field of play with an injury. And although he would be fine, Arizona, with the game not in question at this point, elect to go ahead and keep him on the sidelines for the rest of it. Davis-Price trying to get some running room, which has been non-existent in this game. Nowhere to go. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 now. 2:40 remaining. Davis-Price getting it again. Gain of 2 one more time. And on 3rd and 6, Davis-Price stays checked into the game. Dobbs going to go ahead and hand it off to his back one more time. He's hit, and they're going to say that the forward progress leaves him with a 2-yard loss. That was an interesting one, but one that didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Arizona absolutely embarrassed in their house. 44-9 is your scoreline. And if you remember when this franchise started, this is the first time Arizona as a team has been held out of the end zone entirely in head coach Mike White's entire tenure. As we see Glenn Roberts, 9 of 21, 160, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Just a bad game overall. Antonio Gibson had 79 yards, but that 61-yard run, really inflating those numbers, and we only came away from that with 3 points. Rashad Bateman and Rondale Moore getting held to 1 catch apiece, a big part of why this offense wasn't able to be as successful as they should. Cam Thomas had 3 tackles for loss and a sack. Micah Hyde and Christian Benford, those primary 2 getting those interceptions. And as you see, man, it was just never a game. Buffalo outclassed this Arizona team today in every way imaginable. 5 of 10 on 3rd downs, no turnovers. 4 of 6 in the red zone, and it was ugly. As we see Juan Drummond getting an upgrade here. Going to go ahead and put that into run stopper, and he'll get 1 block shed, which is big. And, of course, that tandem breakout that we had for Rondale Moore being held to 1 catch. Kind of hard to get 150 yards in 1 catch. Not going to be able to get it done this time around. But now here we are, game 2 against a divisional foe in the Rams, and we have already beaten them earlier this season, but we know that these games are never easy. And after just being brutalized in the last 2 games, giving up an average of 42.5 in those games, they're going to be looking to go ahead and set things back straight, get things back on course when they go into LA to take on the LA Rams. The 49ers now 7-2, and you got to think one of those losses was against this Arizona squad. San Fran seemingly just dominating everyone that they play. Arizona, who was only a half game back not too long ago, has faltered with a 2-game skid. And with this LA game and another divisional game in Seattle coming up before our Week 13 bye week, now is the time to get things right. It's not going to happen post bye week. You know, one thing that you cannot afford is to go into that bye week under 500. The meat of the schedule is really post bye week, and we're going to have to find some answers if we want to have any hope of going on a second season of playoff making. As always, though, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe should you feel so inclined. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.